these were published this size.
The imagery is just channeled through me being worried about the whole thing. I was quite disturbed during the campaigning. I didn't understand what was going on. And at the end, when the vote came through, my whole world turned upside down and I had to think it through. And I suppose it's a sort of art therapy. I'm coming to terms with the whole process. There were reports of MPs clustered in groups in the corridors of Westminster straight after the vote. And it felt to me as if, you know, the heart of politics, Big Ben had taken a bash. So I painted it fallen over. People need to laugh, you know? And the first thing, the Willow pattern plate, was looking at you know, the whole thing and the experience. It was a bit of a sort of outpouring of emotion, but the egg cups are just sort of, oh, goodness me, this is a long run, isn't it? Let's have a good old giggle.
We've got a lot of interest from some pretty major companies up and down the country, and indeed from abroad, who are very interested in commemorative wear for it. One of the drawbacks being it's whether we can really compete with what's coming in from the Far East. I think we can, because you know, the general public, including the public in the Far East, want British-made product because of the quality and the craftsmanship that's involved in the production of it. I think people tend to just keep them and hand them down. I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, I think a lot of the stuff that's on the market ends up in a car boot sale, but it does keep the industry buoyant, you know, and keeps places like this going.
We do a lot of political satire, a lot of political memorabilia and things like that, so it's an ideal choice to do. Basically, whether you love him or hate him, someone always buys these kinds of things.
Top drawer. And how many years have you been at it? 60 years this year. What's it? Probably longer actually, because
basically we do all the political pieces, like, you know, the prime ministers. We do a series of mini prime ministers, and we sell those in the House of Commons. And this was an idea we had to put Theresa May as Brexitania. It's got all the information on it. Boris on the back, of course, sort of thing. So it's very interesting to do pieces like this.
Saturday morning was cleaning it down, yeah. Because you used to have screens there, used to be cold from everywhere. The screens there.
50% of our exports go to the European Union, so we need to keep tariff-free and barrier-less trade with the EU. The other is that the EU provides protections against dumped Chinese imports, so we need to make sure that those protections are still in place after the UK leaves the European Union.